and then we bring down the 2. 2 goes into 12 exactly 6 times, so the correct answer to the question number 9 is 16. You all did very well on the test. Well now, since that was the last lesson of the semester, I guess the only thing I have left to say is that I hope you all have a wonderful summer.
Thanks, Mr. Sutton. I've loved this summer. Don't you? This is the way John L. does it. Mr. Sutton, is it true you're leaving and won't be teaching anymore?
Well, as a matter of fact, I'll be leaving tomorrow.
But why, Mr. Sutton?
I'm joining the Army. The Union needs every good man that they can get.
But he's the best teacher we got.
You're a wonderful group of children. I only wish I could remain here at the school and be your teacher next semester. Very nice drawing, Amy, but I don't think you got the nose quite right. Our country is at war, and it's my patriotic duty to defend it. Amy's father has set an example for every one of us.
My brother said the same thing. He just joined up.
You can be very proud of him, Jerry. I'll miss all of you, but I have to join the fight against the evil of slavery.
I can hardly believe it. No school for 3 whole months. Hooray for summer vacation.
It'll make Mama so happy I can't wait to tell her.
You almost killed me. Why don't you watch where you're going? What are you in such a hurry for anyway?
We got a letter from Father today.
Oh, have you shown it to Mother?
If I had, I wouldn't be in such a hurry.
Hey, wait for me. Mama will be so excited. Where is she?
With Mrs. Spencer, the dressmaker.
Excuse me. Wait, Joe. I declare you run faster than a... Afternoon, ma'am. Excuse me.
One more pin should do it. There we are. Now, I can let it out a bit if it's too tight. I think it's fine.
Are you sure, Meg? We don't want to have to change it later.
Yes, it fits me perfectly. I've got... Ow! Oh! Father's letter.
A letter?
It was just delivered a few minutes ago.
Oh.
I brought it over right away. Meg, you're pretty as a picture.
Thanks, Joe.
We haven't had a letter from Father in so long, I can't wait to hear what he has to say.
Your father's coming back.
Oh, Marmee.
Why, that's wonderful. When will he get here? He should be arriving this evening or tomorrow morning.
Is something wrong?
Oh, Joe, you're such a worrywart. Why do you think that?
It seems awfully odd to me, his coming home so suddenly.
Don't worry. You see, girls, your father mailed this letter several weeks past. It took a long time getting here, that's all.
That sort of thing happens quite often nowadays. All sorts of things have slowed down because of the war. There, I think that'll do it, Meg.
Golly.
Do you like it, Amy?
Amy, what on earth are you doing here?
I wanted to hear Father's letter. Please don't be angry, Mama.
I understand, dear. After all, it's been almost a year since we last heard from him.
How wonderful that he's coming home.
That it is. But he won't be here for very long, so we must make the most of it. And now it's time you were getting home. You still haven't done your chores today, and it's getting late.
Please, Mama, couldn't I stay just a little while? Meg's dress is beautiful.
For just a little while, then. All right, dear.
Thank you, Mother. Oh, Meg. It's prettier than any of mine.
Move back out of the way, dear. Amy?
Oh.
Turn around, dear.
Oh, Mommy, isn't it grand? That it is, dear. That it is.
Oh. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, please, Mother, please, can I have one like that?
Amy, dear, you won't be going to a formal dance for another 5 years or so. What about you, dear? Now that you're 15, you'll be needing a formal gown.
Meg's the one who was invited to the Evans party, not me.
True, but you'll be invited to other parties and dances soon enough.
You're only a year younger than I am. It's time you had something pretty to wear. If it were up to me, I'd wear trousers and never a dress.
When you're done with Meg's fitting, I'd like Joe to be fitted for a gown as well.
Certainly, Mrs. March.
a wonderful family, but being the youngest of 4 sisters is awfully difficult sometimes. Meg's 16. She's very feminine and ladylike and loves pretty things. Joe's 15 and kind of a tomboy. And Beth, who's 13, is terribly sweet and kind and loves music more than just about anything. Papa's coming home.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. I hope Father will buy me a dress. Oops, as pretty as Meg's.
Won't it be grand seeing him again? We've got to plan a special celebration for his homecoming.
We could celebrate by all going down to the dress shop for a fitting.
Huh? You must be joking.
Mm-mm. Hannah, we heard from Father today. He's coming home.
Well, it's about time.
We should have a really special dinner for his homecoming, so cook up all of his favorite things, all right?
Sure, just tell me when he's coming back and I'll have it ready for him.
It could be this evening or tomorrow. I hope he gets here tonight. I can't wait to see him.
When he does come, I'll have my best roast beef waiting for him, with his favorite kind of potatoes and gravy to go along with it.
We hadn't seen Father for a year, and we all missed him terribly. But there were other families whose menfolk had been gone even longer and would never return at all. For the war between the North and the South was a bitter struggle that took the lives of many brave men. Meanwhile, the people back home prayed for the safe return of their loved ones and carried on as best they could.
You see that crack up there in the steeple?
Oh, dear, when did that happen?
It was during the last storm.
It should be repaired right away, Father Joe.
Unfortunately, our church fund has all been donated toward the war effort, Mrs. March.
The Ladies' Auxiliary Bazaar is coming soon, so don't you worry, Father. It's been a success every year, and I'm sure we'll raise enough to make repairs.
Thank you, Mrs. March.
Oh! Joe, watch out! Be careful. Christopher Columbus. I've run downstairs a million times, and I always trip on the same one. Give me a hand, Meg.
You are a tomboy.
Sorry. You see, I thought I heard Father at the door. That's why I was in such a great hurry.
No, you don't.
Huh? My, doesn't that smell good?
You can't have any yet.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Everything has to be just right. Father's coming home.
That letter was sent weeks ago, but he still isn't here.
Don't worry, he'll come.
But he should have been here by now.
He'll be here tonight. I bet you $1.
Gambling isn't ladylike, Joe. How lovely you all look tonight.
You too, Mother.
Thank you, Mother.
Thanks very much, Marmee. We all wanted to look nice for Father.
Oh, do you think he'll arrive tonight, Mother? According to his letter, there's a good chance that he might. But do you think he will, Mother? Well,
Yes, Mother?
Yes? Go on, Mama. What were you going to say?
I have a very strong feeling that he'll come home tonight.
That's Father. I'm sure of it.
Afraid not. Father wouldn't have to ring the bell of his own house. He'd just come right in. So it must be someone else.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Whom, dear?
I think it's Mr. Sutton, my school teacher, Mama.
But why should Mr. Sutton come here? Did you do something naughty in school today, Amy?
No, nothing like that. The reason he's here tonight is that he wants to say goodbye.
What do you mean?
He's joining the army, Mother.
Oh. Coming.
If you want to see him, you better hurry.
Amy, why do you say that?
You mean you don't know? Meg, you're the one he came to say goodbye to.
Me?
You talked with him for an hour at the Mitchells' party and danced with him an awful lot.
I talked to him for 10 minutes and danced with him twice.
See, you do remember. I thought you would.
So what? What makes you think he cares about me?
Whenever he talks to me, he always ends up asking questions about you.
What?
Well, tell me, Amy. How's your sister? The oldest one, I mean. Oh, come on, Meg. He won't wait out there forever. Now hurry up.
Amy's right, Meg.
Huh?
Mr. Sutton believes just like Father that freeing the slaves is a cause worth fighting for. I think he deserves a nice goodbye. Don't you?
Well, go on.
I'm sorry I won't be here to attend the auxiliary bazaar this year, Mrs. March.
Don't apologize. What you're doing is far more important.
Thanks.
Hello.
Thanks again.
Amy tells me that you're leaving, Mr. Sutton.
That's right. I've joined the army.
I know how strongly you believe in the cause of freedom.
Next time I see you, I'll be in a uniform.
Well, I look forward to it.
Meg, I hope you mean that. Because I certainly look forward to seeing you when I come back. I know it's a lot to ask, but may I call on you when I return?
Uh-huh.
I'll write you as soon as I can. Goodbye, Meg. Mrs. March.
Mr. Sutton.
Good night, Mr. Sutton.
Good night.
Well, well, well. Father must have been delayed. We'll have to start without him.
It smells wonderful.
Let's begin, Hannah, before it all gets cold.
All righty.
Oh, Meg, if only there were more time. Don't make fun of what you don't understand. I'm sorry, Meg. It's hard to... What's hard? What do you mean? It's hard watching someone you care about going off to fight. Knowing you may never see him again.
Mm-hmm. Meg's right. Your father's return after such a long time is a joyful occasion, which will make it all the more painful for us when he has to leave again.
Thanks again.
Glory be.
Perhaps we'll see each other.
Papa!
Good night.
Father!
Frederick!
Father.
Good evening. Captain Frederick J. March at your service. What a joy it is to be with my family once again.
But your arm, you've been hurt.
It's nothing
Father!
major.
Something dreadful.
I was really quite lucky. A Confederate shell exploded right next to me. I caught a few pieces of shrapnel, but other than that, I'm fine.
Were you sent to the hospital?
Yes, Joe, I was. They had to operate, you know. But it's an ill wind that doesn't blow somebody good, as the saying goes. Being injured is the reason I was given leave to come home. To my dear Mary, and all my precious little women.
Oh, Frederick, Frederick.
Oh, my dearest, I've dreamt of this moment and prayed for it too. And now my prayers have been answered, and my dream has come true.
Glory be.
I was so happy I felt like laughing and crying at the same time. I hadn't sat on Father's lap for a whole year, and it was the most splendid feeling on earth.
Ah, being home again with my family has made me the happiest man alive.
And the most thrilling thing is that you'll be here for such a long time. You won't be of any use to the army until your arm is healed, and that'll take at least a month.
Wounded or not, I must fight for what I believe in. Freedom.
But you've been seriously injured, Father. They won't prayer for you every night while you were gone. And I sent you my best wishes every day.
Thank goodness you did. If you hadn't, I wouldn't be here now, Beth.
I thought about you every day, too.
As I thought about you. But I know you had important things to think about. So if you forgot me once in a while, I forgive you.
Well, almost every day.
My little women seem to have grown up very quickly this past year. Your mother works very hard to make ends meet, and I know you've all been pitching in as well as helping Hannah whenever you can.
It's true.
You can't imagine how much support the girls have given me. They've worked extremely hard with never a complaint. I couldn't have done it without their help.
I am proud of this family.
I suppose we've all worked a little bit harder, but not nearly as hard as Marmee has. And sometimes we want something so much, we get selfish and ask for the impossible, making Mother feel terrible for saying no. Amy, you know what I mean, right?
Me? And what, may I ask, you mean by that?
Oh, nothing in particular.
Saying, Amy, you know what I mean sounds awfully particular to me.
I think that we've all been selfish at one time or another.
Oh, really? Then how come my name was the only one you happened to mention?
You know very well what I'm talking about, Amy.
Say it. You think I'm selfish because I asked Mother for a dress when Meg got one. After all, Amy doesn't need a new dress. She can't go to any dances. She's too young. I don't want to go to a dance. I want some clothes that haven't been worn by anyone. My sister's hand-me-downs are all I ever get.
A new dress for Meg, eh? What's the occasion?
The Evans are having a dance, dear, and Meg has been invited to come.
Uh-huh.
Joe's getting a new dress as well. I've no doubt she'll be receiving her own invitations before long.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Joe's a young woman now. She's not a child anymore.
I I agree, Father, but I think you're wasting your time. From what I've seen, Joe would rather be a boy than a girl.
That's not so, Amy. I just want to be myself, that's all.
And who would that be, Joe?
Well, Father, this hand is going to write great novels someday, and great plays, too. Your daughter, Josephine, is going to be a writer.
Well, this is a surprise. Mary, did you know about this?
Yes, my dear, I've known for quite some time. Last Christmas, Joe wrote a play, and the girls performed it for the guests at our Christmas party. Everyone thought it was wonderful, didn't they, Hannah?
Did they? I thought they'd never stop clapping.
Well, I must say I'm proud of you, Joe. Perhaps I can be here for the next one.
Does that mean you'll be able to come back for Christmas?
I hope so, dear. Now then, Amy.
Huh?
It appears to me you believe that you've grown up enough to deserve new clothing of your own.
Huh?
Very well. How about a new dress?
Oh, Father!
Well,
I'm
now.
only guessing, mind you, but I think Amy likes that idea.
Beth, would you like one too?
No, thanks. Not me.
Oh, come now, Beth. Your sisters are all getting one. Why shouldn't you have one too?
I know, but
Hmm? But what?
there's something else I'd like instead.
And what might that be?
A picnic with the whole family.
You want a picnic?
Oh, yes, Father, very much. We used to have a picnic every week before you left, and they were ever so jolly. Let's have fun again like we used to.
I see. I suppose you haven't had much opportunity for fun lately, am I right?
Yes?
I know how shy you are, but I think it would help to make some new friends.
I'm sure you're right, Father. I'll try.
Good. We'll have a picnic tomorrow.
Yay! Ow!
Amy, what you doing down on the floor like that?
She landed right in the middle of the puddle.
The sun's so warm. Bethy, this picnic of yours was a regularly splendid idea, and we couldn't have picked a more perfect day.
Huh? My, look at that. Isn't that the cutest little foal you've ever seen? She's terribly spoiled, though. Look how she's pestering her mother. She wants attention all the time.
Like someone else I know.
Hmm? Very funny.
It looks delicious.
Hannah made it this morning especially for our picnic.
Cherry, my favorite kind.
I'll slice it for you.
Thanks, dear, but I can manage. I'm wounded, but not helpless. I can still slice a pie.
Father, wait. There, I've got it. You're supposed to cut it, not make it into mush, Father.
Father, you're making all the pieces different sizes.
Do you want a hatchet?
I told you I could do it. There.
That looks serious, Father.
It'll still taste good. Go ahead, Amy. You start, and you may have the biggest piece.
Boy, I'm going to eat until I explode.
Have some wine, dear.
It was a perfect day for a picnic and such jolly fun. If only Joe hadn't climbed up that tree to see the view, we would have stayed there all day long. But what she saw made us change our plans in a hurry.
Lovely, isn't it?
What a pity if the war were to ruin it all.
But if that's the price we must pay to win, then pay it we shall.
He's looking, you'll find
Huh?
one.
Aha, here's one, a four-leaf clover.
I found another one. Oh, it's just not fair. I want to find one too. Here, Amy, you can have mine. You really mean it? Oh.
I declare.
Would you look at that? What a beautiful view. Hey, those men at the river. They look... Oh, whoa, whoa! Ah!
Joe.
Joe, be careful.
Ah!
Oh, dear. Josephine Marsh, you gave me the scare of my life. Come down from there at once.
Yes, Mother. Oh,
You all right?
yes. Listen, Father. I saw a group of men. They're watering horses down at the river. They look like soldiers to me.
What? Are you sure? Mary, I want you and the girls to wait for me in the buggy.
But why?
I think those are Confederate soldiers, dear.
What now?
I've got to take a closer look to be absolutely certain. If I'm right, I'll have to report it to headquarters. I've got to get as close to them as I can.
Frederick, please be careful.
Yes, I will, dear.
Father, wait!
What is it?
I can help you, Father. With two of us, it'll be safer than going by yourself. That's rough terrain for a man with a wounded arm.
You're right.
Be careful.
We'll be back before you know it.
Well, they're rebels, all right. Scouts.
Where's the rest of their army?
They'll be here soon enough. Their main force is probably just a few miles from here, hidden somewhere in the woods. I've got to report this immediately.
I knew the war was a sad and terrible thing, but it had always seemed too far away to be scared of. Now it was practically on our doorstep, and I wondered if everyone else was as frightened as I was.